What's up, everybody? Dan trying to back another video. Man, it's a good day today. We're gonna have the AC. It's hot, man. Anyways, man. It's just made like a quick update, give you a rundown how the cars are doing and everything. First off, the Cadillac is away. Cadillac is away right now. It's like 2 hours away, doing its own thing, anyways. But yeah, I got 300. You know what I'm saying? It's running good. There's a couple things I need to talk about, and then I'll get to the main issue, well, not issue, but the main topic of this video. So yeah, it's just mainly an update. So, anyways, let me flip the camera around. I said car's running good, everything's running good. The check engine light is still on, and that's for the oil pressure sensor. And I actually, it's actually an easy fix. It's like a $40 part, but I don't want to replace it. And I'll explain that later. Also, as you can see, remember my last video, my radio wasn't working, the screen wasn't working, but it's working now. That's actually a new screen. I'll explain that later. But yeah, I'm gonna walk around real quick and show y'all some of the exterior things. I've made some changes, so yeah, step outside. It's really hot, but as you can see, finally got the windows tinted. I actually did that a couple weeks ago. Got the windows tinted, 20% all around. Y'all seen the tail lights already. What else have I done? Oh yeah, can't forget. Put a new grill on there, and I changed the fog lights to black housing. So, and I didn't make videos on that because those are kind of easy to do. So yeah. Oh, also one more thing. It's kind of funny. I woke up one morning and I started hearing a ticking noise from under the car, and then I was like, damn, man, I got a helmet tick already. But what it turns out to be was the freaking this thing, the exhaust shield, it got corroded, and it literally was just hanging on my exhaust, and it was like rattling on there. So that's what the issue was. So that car runs good and everything. Oh, you guys already know what's in there. Yeah. Sir. Yeah, that's that point. Once I explain I am doing some of the things I'm doing. So I don't waste gas. But anyways, so yeah, first off, the check engine light. The reason, like I said, you already know why it's on for the oil pressure sensor, and the reason why I'm not fixing that, why I don't plan on changing that out. So this car's 05 and up Hemis has the MDS. In case you don't know what it is, the multiple displacement system, which basically shuts down 4 cylinders if you're cruising or if you don't like lights, throttle lobes. So it shuts down 4 cylinders to save gas, but does it really save gas? Kind of up in the air. I mean, I guess it does, but like barely. So essential for the system to work, for the MDS to come on, it's reliant on the oil pressure of the engine. Okay, it uses oil pressure, so the oil pressure has to be good. Obviously, you have to have good oil pressure for it to come on. If your oil pressure is too low or too high, or if it detects some kind of a problem with the oil pressure, it doesn't come on. So, and also one thing also is that if it doesn't get any reading or it gets bad reading, it won't come on. So basically, if you have a bad oil pressure sensor, most likely your MDS wouldn't come on, and that's the reason why I'm not changing it. Because I don't like the MDS. The MDS sucks. Like I said, it barely saves gas. And for me, the main reason why I don't want the MDS is because when the MDS comes on, if you're cruising on the highway, the drone is kind of stupid and it's annoying. Like you can actually hear it go from like it's I don't know how to describe it. I guess you can put a video. I didn't really record anything, but you can look it up. It's or just Google it. A lot of people complain about it. It's really, really annoying. I hate it. I don't care for the gas saving. I mean, if it's on, if it didn't have the stupid drone thing, I wouldn't mind it. I mean, yeah, but just because of that drone. It's annoying. So my MDS doesn't come on. It does come on sometimes. I mean, for the most part, it doesn't come on. And I think, like I said, my oil pressure, it's the sensor is, I think it's not fully bad, but I think sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. So the times when it actually works, that's when the MDS comes on. But for the most part, when it doesn't work, my MDS doesn't come on. So, which is fine, because if I put in a new sensor now, the MDS is going on all the time, and I don't want that. So it's like I said, it's mainly just called the drone. I don't want to deal with that. I remember when my first 300, my 07, and I remember when I was having to drive on the highway with that stupid drone. That shit was annoying. So the drone from the exhaust, just driving normally without the MDS, is not. It's fine. Like, it's not even a big deal. I don't want to say it's a drone. It's just with the MDS thing, it gets a little crazy. So, but yeah, the second thing, the main topic of this video is the head unit. Now, I remember when I bought this car, it came with the same navigation thing, and the radio worked. You could hear the sound, but the screen doesn't work. And that's actually a fairly common thing with these cars, at least with the L ones that had this navigation, this type of navigation. I think it's called the rec nav. I think that's what people call it. So it's kind of common for this to have display issues, like it just stops displaying, or it would display like lines and random stuff, but the audio will still work. So yeah, when I bought the car, I looked at it, I was like, you know, I had an aftermarket unit in my old 300, so like I'll just put an aftermarket unit in there. You know, you can get them for, you know, pretty cheap these days, or, you know. So that was my plan. And then later I started looking into getting an aftermarket unit, and then I found out that, you know, obviously I could put an aftermarket unit in this car. They make kits for it. The only problem is the aftermarket, there's no how I put it, there's no module or the wiring thing that works with an amp, with a factory amp. So whatever kind of wiring kit you get is always going to bypass the amp, which makes sense because obviously it's an aftermarket unit. It's not going to work with the factory amp. So, and I don't want that, because I like the way the sound. I like the sound system in this car. I like the way it sounds. I think it sounds great. The bass is crazy. I mean, I'll show you my settings and everything, but it sounds good, and I don't want to, you know, mess with it. You know what I mean? I don't want to touch it, because if I put in an aftermarket unit in there, it doesn't work with the amp. And then I've seen people complain online when they put aftermarket unit that maybe one or more of the speakers don't sound, it doesn't have sound or something. And, you know, like I said, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I don't want to mess with that. I just like the way the sound is. You know, I like the way it is. I think it sounds good. It's not as good as my Lincoln though. The CHX in my Lincoln is still the best sound system by far, but definitely better than the one in Cadillac. Although it doesn't have the speakers in the seat. But anyways, it's still good. I don't want to mess with it. So that was why I ended up buying a different, a used, well, I got it from a junkyard. I got a used nav, you know, and the price I paid for this thing was ridiculous. Okay, now when I bought this car, now this is an 05. Okay, this is an 05. You know, I'm thinking, oh, okay, it's an old ass nav unit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, $50, maybe $100 tops. Nah, man, this thing is still going for a lot of money. I paid, after taxes and fees and all that stuff, I paid $272 for it, which is a lot, you know. And that was actually me getting a good deal, you know. And the reason why it was that cheap, because you see it has this little scuff on there. I'll turn it on in a minute so y'all can see everything. It works fine. It works fine. It just has that little scuff, and they that's why I paid $272 for it. Typically this thing still go for like 400, 300. I mean, I see, just look it up on eBay. People are selling it for like $400, $200. I don't know why it's still going for so much money. I mean, it's an old ass unit from 05. The graphics is terrible. You know, I mean, it does what it works fine, but like, you know, I was surprised how much money this thing is still going for. You know, because I was thinking it's so old, it's gonna be cheap, you know. So, but I don't know why, but it still goes for a lot of money. So that's why a lot of people just, instead of buying that, they just go with an aftermarket one. Because for $400, you can probably get a cheaper aftermarket unit, which is way better than this, that has Bluetooth and everything. So, but like I said, once you do that, you're gonna bypass the amp, and you know, I don't want any issues. I kind of like this look. I like the way it looks. Let me flip the camera side. I like this clean look, like it just looks clean. I don't want no aftermarket things sticking all in. For me, the main reason, like I said, is just I didn't want to have to buy an aftermarket amp, and then you buy aftermarket amp and speakers and sub, and I like the way it sounds. I don't plan on putting no sub in this car. I don't want to touch the sound or anything. It sounds good, so I'm not complaining. Let me turn it on so you can see what it's like. Yeah, that's a little scuff I'm talking about. I already got the Sirius XM going in, but right now, you see, I only got the bass on 4, and I turn it all the way up to 9, and this shit is stupid loud. Like, it's crazy. It gets pretty good. So here's the navigation. So it's graphics is trash, obviously, but I merely just put it so I can at least see what I'm listening to and stuff like that. And I got this Bluetooth FM thing, and it sounds pretty good actually. I thought it was gonna be, because I know in the past with this kind of things it's very like static noise, but this sounds pretty good. And I gotta turn down this one. So yeah, that's the main reason. I just want to keep it stuck. I like the sound. I don't want to mess with it. So yeah, that's pretty much everything. And, one more thing I want to talk about. If you guys have this, if anyone out there has this remote start, it's a Mopar. This is actually a factory remote start that came with this car. If you have some kind of tutorial, let me know. Because normally the way it starts, you press it twice, and the engine starts up. But sometimes I mess it up and I press it like 3 times, and obviously it won't start. And if I try to press it twice after that, it just doesn't start. So I don't know. I feel like I'm doing something wrong. I looked it up. I can't find anything. So if you guys have this remote start, if anyone out there has this, and have some kind of tutorial on how to use it and everything, let me know. I feel stupid every time I try to start it and I press it 3 times. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. With this 300, like I said, I don't. My main goal with this 300 is, my previous 300, you guys seen it. I had the big 22s on there. It was slammed. It looked good. I had all these headlights and everything. It looked good. But that car was, by putting the 22s on there and all the stuff I did to it, it made it kind of, slower than it is normally. And with this 300, I do plan to go towards the performance side, not the. I want to. Performance is number 1 with this car for me. And then, all the look good stuff, I don't really plan to go too crazy with it. So that being said, I'm definitely not going to put 22s on this 300. Matter of fact, I'm even thinking of going with the stock 18s, because in case you don't know, the bigger you go on wheel size, so if you go to a 20 on 22s and 24s, your car's going to be a lot slower, and it's going to weigh more because, those bigger wheels are typically a lot heavier, unless you get some kind of forged wheel, which is stupid expensive. But so I'm thinking of going with 18s, getting like an aftermarket 18s wheel, but I'll probably just end up going with 20s just because the 18s kind of look small. Yeah, so that's so I do plan on going more towards the performance side, like serious performance mods. Like I do plan to eventually put a cam in it, long tube headers, get it tuned, just squeeze as much power as I can out of it, keeping it NA, so I don't want to boost it or anything. I don't plan on going that route. I just want to make it as fast as possible, NA, see if I can do some kind of E85 kit. I don't know if they have something like that on the cars. So that's kind of my plan with this car. So I'm planning on keep it, so that's why I want to go with a smaller wheel, so I can keep the weight down. And that's one of the reasons why I don't want to get a sub, because put sub in the back, that's my weight, and I don't want no extra weight in this car. The car's already heavy as it is. If anything, I want to make it lighter. So whatever doesn't need to be in this car, it's not going to be in this car, so but yeah, that's pretty much all I got, man. So maybe just a quick update video and just to let you know what I plan on doing with the 300. As for the Cadillac, well, it's just, I don't know, it's just gonna remain stuck, I guess. And when I keep saying, if you're new to the video, when I keep saying Cadillac, I mean I have an 05 Cadillac STS North Star. So that's another cheap project I got. Well, it's not really a project, it's kind of sorted out now, but yeah, anyways, that's all I got, man. I hope y'all like this video, man. Subscribe if you got any suggestions or anything, whatever, you want me to do specifics to the car, let me know. And let me know what you think about me sticking with the nav, with the stereo unit. Is there anyone who still rocks this thing? Because I know a lot of people buy this car and they put in aftermarket unit right away. Yeah, let me know what you think of the sound system, man. So, anyways, hope you have a good 4th of July weekend, man. Stay safe, man. You know, go blow yourself up or something, man. All right, man. I'll see y'all next one, man. Peace.